Hello, welcome to another episode of Black Guy 73. I'm Black Guy 73. People, at this point, Johnson Johnson, the company Johnson Johnson, it hate people. Johnson Johnson have to hate people. They have another recall, people, on sunscreen. And this sunscreen, they found out that it has some stuff in there that may cause cancer. I got an audio before I go on my little rant.
A recall alert just in time for that summer sun. Johnson & Johnson says it is recalling 5 of its sunscreen products after some samples were found to contain low levels of benzene. That's a chemical that can cause cancer with repeated exposure. The affected products are listed on your screen and include brands from Neutrogena and Aveeno. The company said that it is unlikely users would be harmed. We do have information up on our website, cbsboston.com, if you have the product and you want to learn more about how to get a refund.
People, Johnson & Johnson is notorious for damn killing people. Just be honest. You know that baby powder incident, the opium crisis, basically Johnson & Johnson. They should, instead of calling it the opioid crisis, it's called Johnson & Johnson pushing out drugs that killing people. I know you're like, the pharmaceutical, the ones that issue the drug, the doctor. Yeah, Johnson & Johnson got people telling the doctors, y'all need to issue this many darn opium. We don't care, them people is not feeling pain from cancer. That's what the opium is supposed to be. You know, it's supposed to help cancer patients deal with their pain. But they are Johnson & Johnson telling their pharmaceuticals like, hey, or telling their doctor, y'all need to issue out opium to whomever and whatever as much as possible. We need our profit. And that's what happened. And that was a whole, I seen an article on yesterday that's saying, it was like, since the pandemic, it's been 97,000 people in the United States have died of overdose from opium.
A recall
from opiates. And Johnson & Johnson, one of the leading companies in the world, not even in the United States, but in the world, that had a salespeople to push opium. But here goes a little short thing. They said a recall is another blow for Johnson & Johnson, one of the world's largest producers in consumer health products. The company already faced billions of dollars of potential court losses and settlements from damages claimed related to the baby powder and opium painkiller. But people had to feel, I think, we get so much media, get so much screaming and TV and all this stuff. Sometimes we forget about what happened a month ago or 2 months ago. So, you know, Johnson & Johnson, I think about 2 or 3 months ago, when they had that blood clot performing in ladies, you know, it ain't just blood clot, it was deadly blood clot. One person actually died from it, when they get the coronavirus. Yeah, Johnson & Johnson, the same company helped cause ovarian cancer in ladies, have helped kill thousands of people on opiates. And the FDA and WHO had gave them emergency use of their damn COVID-19 vaccine. Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson. Now, it's another thing. In men, I can't pronounce this thing, but I can't pronounce the name. I ain't gonna even lie. I can't even pretend to pronounce it. But it caused some kind of syndrome in men from age 50 on up. They said sometimes it might 1 or 2 days you might recover. Then it said in other cases it might take a little bit longer. I came to the conclusion Johnson and Johnson really don't like their customers. They try to make how much money as possible to stay in the green or stay in the black, and they suffer they said we'll deal with the consequences later on. That's the only thing I see. So I said, scientists go to Johnson and Johnson, people might die, people might get sick for this. Hey, we'll worry about that afterward. But now we into this joint to make money. Sell people, go out there and sell this stuff. That's the only thing I can see. Cause there's no way this one company, Johnson and Johnson, this one company be caught up in so much conspiracy or caught up in so much bad press. They said this New Jersey-based company said on Wednesday that consumers should stop using the products and discard them. After internal testing identified low level of benzene in some samples. They try to say low level, but at the same time, this benzene can cause cancer. So, for all you very bright-skinned people, for the people who use sunscreen, I know some people of my color, they use sunscreen, but mostly it be Caucasian people who use sunscreen. Y'all need to go, y'all need to check the news, people. Y'all need to stop using that junk. They said Johnson & Johnson also notified distributors and retail to stop selling the products and arrange for their return out of the abundance of caution. Benzene is classified as a substance that could potentially cause cancer depending on the level or extent of exposure. The Johnson & Johnson said benzene is not an ingredient in its sunscreen product, and it investigated the cause of the contamination. Contamination. People, they ain't like nobody bringing benzene off the street and then saying, hey, go ahead and add this to this stuff. Come on, Johnson & Johnson know they screwed up. They said daily exposure of benzene in these sunscreen products, the level of detected in our testing would be expected to cause health consequences, the company said. The recall sunscreens, they already said the name, but Neutrogena beats Cold Dry Sport, Invisible Daily Defense, and Ultra Sheer. We said the recall is another blow for Johnson & Johnson, one of the world's largest producers in consumer health product. The company also, I told you, they already face lawsuits for one thing. Goddamn, people, Johnson & Johnson really don't like you. They can't like you. It's impossible for a company to be this dysfunctional. It's impossible. Well, not impossible, but on the level of they dysfunction, it's unexcusable. I've been seeing Johnson & Johnson ever since I was a child. Still see it on the shelf. I don't give a damn how many times they've been sued or what they said about the baby powder. People still use baby powder. Baby powder. The shit is baby powder, people. The stuff that'll cause people ovarian cancer, they use it on babies. Focus on baby. Johnson & Johnson is one of the leading companies that make products that concentrate for consumers to use on babies. Johnson & Johnson don't like us people. Never did. Y'all don't like the money. That's it. And people that still use Johnson & Johnson, I'm sorry, man. I know you grew up on it. I knew Your parents and grandparents, they live by Johnson and Johnson. I remember when I was going to school, and the young ladies, they used to wear Johnson and Johnson, because they want to feel extra fresh. They sit down, you see a powder of white smoke. Because that was back in the middle school. That when they didn't know how to control it, when they were just dumping Johnson. When they were just dumping Johnson and Johnson products, baby powder on there. And they sit down, you see a little cloud of smoke, a cloud of powder. Don't get me wrong, they was smelling good, but but Johnson and Johnson is deadly, people. Johnson and Johnson, if you want to look at Johnson and Johnson death record, Johnson and Johnson is one of the most successful serial killer in the world. I know you think like, you pushing it. Johnson and Johnson, they have killed more people than Samuel Little, Ted Bundy, all them people combined. I'm about to look up the potential number of people who are going to die from Johnson and Johnson. Because that shit crazy. From the blood clot by itself in the ladies, it's been 3 deaths. There have been 28 blood clot cases and 3 people have died. They're like 30% people. That's not good. Only time 30% is good is in baseball when they bat on 300. The only thing they're showing they're just showing stuff that related to the COVID-19. I want to know. I want to know how many people don't die from Johnson and Johnson products as a whole, from the openings to the ovary cancers. I might miss a word. Let me see. See what it be better with. Oh, okay. I see what I did. I forgot to put down people. I put down who died. Yeah. But John still ain't coming up. No, it still ain't showing up. The number of people who want to die from Johnson Johnson product, but it's in the hundreds of thousands of people. Okay, Johnson and Johnson. Okay, you have to think about how many people who have died from using the Johnson Johnson products, and the doctor didn't know that the Johnson Johnson product caused the death. Because people before they find out who the problem, it'd be other people somewhere else don't die because the doctor's like, hey, this is from this part, or this is from unexplained causes, or this, and then they come find out they were using the Johnson Johnson product also. Johnson Johnson don't like people. Johnson Johnson is a serial killer. Johnson Johnson is at this point when it comes to market a certain thing, Johnson Johnson is a damn dictator. Cause they sales people out there bribing doctors. You see them doctors who getting arrested on pill meals. You know what I'm talking about? They call it the pill meal. They be describing so many doing opium pills to patients from out of town just so they can make that profit for Johnson and Johnson. It deep. It go from Johnson and Johnson making the product. Then they sell people go to the doctors, and it's all kind of like, hey, this, you can make this much money, you make this, you got to push it out there, and then the doctor starts selling it, and when the doctor said, man, I can't do this no more. Sell people bribe the doctor, so the doctor, they still send out the prescription to the pharmacist. The pharmacist, they get a kickback. Because, they said the pharmacist can question like, hey, doc, you sending too many damn prescriptions of opium pills to this patient. So why you keep on sending this much damn opium pills to this patient? But the pharmacist don't give a damn, because the pharmacist is like, yeah, prescription, how much money we made too. And you know who the only people who get arrested? The doctor and the pharmacist. Johnson Johnson don't get touched. Johnson Johnson got so many billions of dollars set to the side just for lawsuits. They got so many big, like, this is right here. We know we're gonna screw up somewhere. We know we're gonna get sued by somebody. So we're gonna put these billions right here. That the settlement case is over here. And the settlement cases, about them in the billions. But they profit is off the screen billions. So they be like, well, we're going to put it to the side because we're going to get sued. But nobody in Johnson & Johnson never get arrested. They never get arrested for all the damn mistakes, all the death. The number of people Johnson & Johnson can go with the number of people have died using Johnson & Johnson products. Johnson & Johnson can go down in history as one of the deadliest wars. That's how many people have died from Johnson & Johnson using Johnson & Johnson product. They can go down in history. That many people died from this war. And then at the same time, in the 80s, it was the war on drugs. And when they talked about the war on drugs, they always focus on crack cocaine. It's been a war. It's been a visible war. It wasn't the police fighting a war. It was a war on the American people from Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson had their own war going against the American people, seeing how much opium just didn't start in the 2000 people, in the 21st century. It didn't start in the 21st century. Opium been pushed ever since, been pushed ever since before I was born. Opium just not this is just a problem just happening. No. Opium been a problem. Been a problem for a long time. But now they feel like, oh shit, you got so many young Caucasian people dying from these darn pills. I think we need to do something about it. Now they're doing something about it. And they're going after the pharmaceuticals and the doctors instead of going after the damn drug pusher, Johnson & Johnson. It must be nice. Like I said in the video about that Drake Bell, as long as you got some of the best lawyers in the world, you'll never go to jail. You're just like, hey, he got some money out. He got $1 million or $2 out of $1 billion of effed up money. That's what I call it. The $1 billion of effed up money pushed to the side. You got a couple of millions, you know. You settle this, go away. Or that lawyer go talk to the DA. Hey man, you know, hey, it's not their fault, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not their fault. So we're gonna pay the people, but you can't charge nobody from Johnson & Johnson. You can't, you know. The FDA approved this shit. The FDA said we're good, so y'all can't charge us. You're gonna charge us. It's Johnson lawyer talking. You're gonna charge my property. You're gonna charge my clients. I mean, you got to charge the people from the FDA for approving this, saying it was safe for the consumers to use it. You don't want to go there, do you? You don't want to charge the FDA, because you charge the FDA, you're going to be screwing up the American foundation. Because the FDA helped approve so much stuff. And then if the FDA become a criminal, if they get charged for something criminal, they might go back and take all these products off the shelf. You don't want to do that, do you? So that's why Johnson & Johnson get away with a lot of stuff. Johnson & Johnson, their hands, you can see Johnson & Johnson handprints all over the federal government. All the politicians. All the politicians like, man, don't Johnson & Johnson, don't touch them. Don't touch Johnson. Johnson & Johnson good. Whatever they do, they're good, people. Don't touch Johnson & Johnson. I say Johnson & Johnson one of the company that donate money on both sides of the party, on the Republican side and the Democrat side. So they like, you know, be good. So that's why Johnson & Johnson get away with so much crap. And all their products, I'm telling you, all their products get approved. It don't be no doing, hey, we're going to wait months. Johnson & Johnson to, hey, we just finished our phase 3. FDA gives us a damn temporary approval. They got approved. Because you think the politicians going to like, hey, stop, man. Stop approving Johnson & Johnson stuff. No, they ain't going to say that. They're going to like, keep on approving. Why they still get their doing handouts. You know why people fight so hard to become work at the House of Republicans? I mean, work at getting the House and work in the Senate. Because most of the time, not most, majority of the time, them people leave there come there as a $100,000 people, a six-figure person. And by the time they get done, some be in the 8 to 9 figures in their bank account. You got people who make like $100,000 a year and can stay in politics and be making like $80 to $90 million. They have $80 to $90 million in their bank account, but their only job is making $100,000 a year. So long as politicians still getting that under the table pay get donations to their foundations, that nonprofit foundations, they keep on getting donations to their nonprofit foundation. Company like Johnson & Johnson going to continue killing us. When I say us, people in the world, they're going to continue killing us people in the world. Because some countries, they don't even allow their people to sue nobody. They're like, no, y'all ain't suing nobody. So, hey, thank you for watching the video. Just remember, Johnson & Johnson hates you, man. Johnson & Johnson hates you. So, if I were you all, anything from Johnson & Johnson, your doctor tried to prescribe for you, or you see it on the shelf, tell your doctor, I don't want that junk. And you walk out the store like, Johnson & Johnson, all you got? Nah, I don't want this. Fuck Johnson & Johnson, people. Oh, damn. Thank you for watching the video. I hope y'all have a good weekend. Be safe. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Hit the share button. Tell a friend and tell a friend. All right. Talk to you later.